Hey friends, it's Kimberly Faye Greenberg. I'm coming at you today with another actor tip. So a lot of you really had some comments and likes for the post that I did yesterday. So if you missed that, please make sure to look that up. It was all about getting out of your head. And remember that while we tell stories on stage, sometimes we tell even more dramatic and usually negative stories in our heads. So we need to make sure, especially during this time, we try to do our best to realize the stories that we're telling ourselves and to sort of let them go or get out of our own way of telling these stories to ourselves so that we can move forward. So today, what I thought would be an interesting thought for all of you, and a lot of ways that I have also moved forward in my performing career, in my consulting, in my coaching, and everything that has sort of come into my life, Fanny Bryce, on stage, backstage, you name it, is always by saying yes and. So even now, like in improv, when you're doing improv, you always, react to somebody with a yes and you accept that and you continue to move forward. You can do that with your actor biz or your backstage biz or whatever you're doing currently in the performing arts field. You can still say yes and, even in the quarantine. Start thinking about the things that were working for you and your career and your business before the quarantine. What were those things? Okay, so look at those and say, yes, I can either do those things now or I can't, and what else can I do now? You can think outside the box, whether, again, I've said this before, it's in mailings or taking classes. As a backstage artist, are you starting to research and learn new skills that can enhance those backstage artist endeavors? Are you a director? Have you sought out your next work? Are you currently figuring out what that next project could potentially look like after the quarantine? Are you seeking out new venues? Are you an actor? Are you basically, leveling up your work right now? I spend a lot of time in my self-tape studio leveling up my self-tapes because I know we're going to be using that a lot. I spend a lot of time learning new ways to market my solo show to the universe because, again, as someone who has a solo show, that might be, an integral part of how I'm going to be making money into the future since we can't do larger shows. With my client business, I'm currently, figuring out new ways how I can help people work smarter, not harder, and inspire them. And it helps me stay motivated too. So I'm always saying yes and. How can you also say yes and? So think about it. If you have any ideas of how other artists can say yes and during this time, please share them in the comments. Let's all help rise together during this time. There is enough room for all of us, and I think we just have to embrace the fact that now is the time to think outside the box and what we can do to help ourselves and help others in our careers, in our pursuits, in our passions, in inspiring others, and, in living our lives at this point. So we can, get out of our head and get those stories out of our head and get those negative voices out of our head. Okay, so post in the comments if you love that. And also please make sure to check out my upcoming class collaboration with Ashley Kate Adams and Michael Kushner. We're doing some great 1-week workshop next week called Multi-Hype. So that's for all of you performers out there who want to level up your performing and have other fabulous multi-hyphenate performing endeavors, whether it's producing, creating your own show, having your own entrepreneurial business pursuit, whether it's a photographer, whether it's a coach, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a dance teacher, an acting teacher. So make sure to check those out, and we can't wait to work with a lot of you then. And please keep sending me your questions and comments. I love hearing from all of you. I love getting comments when something inspires you. That helps me keep moving forward and also me continuing to be able to help you. All right, have a great day, everybody. Bye.